Hello and welcome to the Awareness Podcast, offered to you by the Center for Awakening, where practical teachings meet everyday life. Each week, you'll find simple practices rooted in non-dual teachings, inviting you to rest as awareness itself and discover the peace that's already here. I'm Jody Agard, and I'm so grateful you're joining me today. Before we begin, a quick invitation from the Center for Awakening. Sometimes the deepest spiritual insights reveal themselves in a new way when they're explored through different voices. In this new 4-part conversation series, host Bill Free welcomes Lisa Natoli, Oliver Blue, John Mundy, and Keith Kavanaugh to explore the timeless truths that lie at the heart of awakening and how to bring them into everyday life. These aren't formal lectures. They're open, authentic conversations that help you meet life's challenges with greater clarity, peace, and freedom. You'll find the details and registration in the show notes. So welcome. Again, thank you for joining me. I'm really grateful that you are with me today. I'd love to begin by sharing something that I noticed yesterday. So for anyone listening with the recording or on the podcast, today's Monday, so yesterday was Sunday. So there wasn't anywhere I needed to be. There wasn't any appointments or meetings. There was just this beautiful pocket of spaciousness. And yet, almost immediately as I began meal prepping for the week and just doing all of the things in preparation for the week, I noticed the mind beginning a rhythm. And it's a rhythm that's familiar. It was almost kind of like I was watching it. It was almost like someone flipping through an old card catalog at the library. Do you remember those? Kind of searching and sorting and planning, like you need to get this done and don't forget that. And what about this? And oh, add this to your list. And I just smiled because this character called Jody, I know so well, and she loves having everything in order. She loves being prepared. She loves checking those boxes before Monday arrives. And I could feel the contraction beginning, and time felt really important. And it wasn't there, it was missing. There wasn't enough of it, there was a lack. And then there was just this subtle pull to become completely identified with the story. And perhaps, maybe you've noticed in your own life, it's different. Maybe perhaps the mind searches for health, or it was searching for certainty or love or abundance, or the details always seem to change, don't they? It's always a different flavor. The separate self seems to have these various flavors, these poles. The movement is the same, but it's different. Um, so I was noticing that thoughts were moving, the sense of urgency was moving, the feeling in the body was moving. But then there's something that's completely unaffected and untouched. There's this alive stillness that always remains quietly present through everything. It's always there. So the thoughts appear within it, the sensations appear within it, the story appeared within it. So today, let's just rest in this alive stillness, this pure presence that's It's always been here and is always here. So just allow your attention to soften. Notice the body beginning to rest, perhaps. Notice how the breath breathes itself. Maybe noticing sounds arriving or fading. Noticing any sensations that are moving. And notice how everything is gently changing. Everything that you perceive is changing. Just simply notice that. Notice that these objects of experience are always unfolding. But through every changing experience, the light of what you are remains. It's quiet, open, not judging the moment as good or bad. It's spacious, it's present. So just allowing all things to be exactly as they are. And resting. Resting as the light of what you are. The conceptual mind is always searching for the answer, the next solution. The awakening. Maybe perhaps sometimes whispering, when this changes, then I'll be at peace. If I just do this meditation, I'll awaken fully. And we can just notice these movements of the mind gently without judgment. And we can see with clear vision so the mind can swirl if it wants to. This alive stillness is always here, right here. And it's being sensed, recognized. Notice everything that belongs to form. So the body, thoughts, emotions, memories, roles, disappointments, health, even time itself. All of it changes. It's constantly shifting and moving. And all of it belongs to the beautiful unfolding of life. And still, this alive stillness that you truly are. This light remains completely untouched. And we're not denying our human experience. It just simply invites us to stop asking changing things to tell us what we are, who we are. This is the simplicity of true meditation. Just recognizing the formless, changeless, pure being that you are. That's it. And it's right here. Everything is welcome. The light of you, your pure, changeless essence remains. As everything moves, it remains. Very gently begin noticing the room once again. The feeling of the body resting here. The sounds around you. Gently letting the eyes open. Or perhaps letting them remain closed for a little bit longer. That's okay too. Everything is included. Stillness is included. Movement is included. Silence and sounds are included. Conversations and family and work, planning, it's all included. Because nothing exists outside of this pure presence, the light of what we are. So as you move into the rest of your day, you just simply notice again and again that this alive stillness is here. Beyond the stories of our mind. Of course, the thoughts and the stories will continue, all included. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful we could share this space together. Before you go, take a moment to notice one simple practice you can carry with you into the rest of your day. And if this podcast resonates with you, be sure to subscribe to the Awareness Podcast on your favorite app. Find us on the Center for Awakening YouTube channel, or stay updated at centerfororawakening.org/podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Center for Awakening, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting the journey of awakening to our true nature and the natural peace and happiness that are always here. You can explore courses, events, and many more resources at centerfororawakening.org.